Welcome to Rob's Innovation Station, and today we are going to talk about the song Blackbird, written by Paul McCartney of the Beatles. And he based this song on Johann Sebastian Bach's classical song Bourrée in key of E minor. He plays it in the relative major, which is G. Has a real complex sound, a beautiful, elegant sound, has that kind of classical feel to it. And yet it's very simplistic as well in terms of the lyrics and the ideas. So what I want to do is play it for you, talk about a few things, and explain to you what you need to have in your toolbox musically to be able to play this. So this is part one of Blackbird. So let me play it for you, and I'm going to put my voice in with it so you can understand how to sing it as well, because a lot of people will teach you the guitar sound, but it needs to be played to be singable as well, so let's do that. Blackbird singing in the dark of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your days you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dark of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your days you were all waiting for this moment to be free. Alright, so you see that it's a pretty song, and what it is doing is using what are called perfect tenths. So you have the root of a chord, G, being the root of the key of G, of the G chord, and then if you count up three intervals, G, A, B. So that's what you have here, the G and the open B string, and it's called a perfect tenth because it's a pitch higher, which you add 7 intervals, would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The 7th, it repeats, would be 8, so you add 7 more to the 3rd, and it gives you a 10th. So, simply put, the 3rd of the chord, it's 2 notes together instead of 3, which would be normally in a chord you have the arpeggio, which is 3 intervals. So, the 1st, the root, 3rd, and 5th. So, to keep it simple, all you need to think about is you're using 2 fingers on the A string and then as well on the B string, and it gives you like a falsetto. If you compare that to a voice, it gives you a higher pitch on the higher note, which is the 3rd interval, and you're using those 2 strings to go up and down. And what I want to do is just show you briefly how that's working. You're starting with the G, A, B, and then you go all the way up there, and that gives you the G. See, my index finger's on the 10th fret, and if it's a good thing to memorize the 1st, the E, and the A string, that's your G. When you play those together, you're getting a G, and then you're going to jump up to a C. See, my index finger's on that C, on the A string, and then it's popping back down to an E minor, a D, F sharp minor, then back to E minor, and then there's a couple little tricks you'll learn. Okay, let's come up close and talk about the picking pattern, which is using the thumb and the middle finger and the index finger for syncopation. So see what I'm doing? I'm pinching on the A and the B with my thumb and my middle finger, then I'm adding an open G string in because this is in the key of G and that is consonant, will work perfectly, sounds great. So you throw it in for that syncopated sound. So just practice that. Now with your left hand, I've already shown you how to start this song. once you come down here, this is going to be your perfect 10, and you've got your index finger, 10th fret. That's that fret with the A string is a G, so you know that's the G. So we've got there a perfect, we've got the 10, the G that's being played, and what you do is simply with your thumb and your middle finger for the picking pattern, you pick those and hit the open G, and then you slide from there up to all the way here, which ends up being a C. So that's the 3rd fret with your index finger, and the 5th fret with your ring finger, so it's spaced. There's 2 frets spaced between them. That gives you the major C. Hear that? And then you slide down, moving an interval of just 1 fret between those same 2 fingers. You're using the whole time your index finger and your ring finger. That gives you the E minor, and then you shift back up to a D, leaving a space between the 2 fingers, giving you that major D chord sound with a 10, and then you go back down to an F sharp minor, and you'll notice there's only 1 fret space between those 2 fingers, and then you go back up to E minor like so, and then here is where you move your index finger up 1 fret. So see that again? You move from here, and then when you're ready to go from there, you move all the way up to the, so you go from the E minor up to a D, E minor, and then back to C. Notice again the spacing. Whenever it's a major chord, you have 2 frets between them. The minor chords only have 1 fret between your index finger and your ring finger. And then from here, you slide your ring finger up, and then you slide everything up again, and then here at the very top, and I play with my thumb here now, the D, open D. That gives you the sound of a D chord, and then from there to a G. And then the little bridge they put in between that each time is a C. So whenever you're done with each verse, you just go back to the C, B, A minor, and then G, D, G, and then you start the whole thing back over again. Okay, so that is how you do the verse, and let me just do it slow for you so you can see how it was done. Okay, and focus on watching the movements here, and remember, you're going to either have the index finger and the ring finger 1 fret away or 2, based on whether it's a major chord or a minor. Here we go. Okay, that's all there is to it, to the verse, and then that just repeats again. And what you can add to, there is a bridge in here where it's the song says Blackbird Fly, and that one is simply an F major. So you come down here, put your index finger on the F. So you're going to sing, that's the part where it says Blackbird Fly, and you sing that part. That's the bridge that you put in, then you repeat the verse that we just did a minute ago. My ending that I love to put in is when I get to the end of the song, I come all the way down, and if you'll notice here, that's the 12th fret, 13, 14, 15, so I'm coming down to the 15th. And on that one I stop with a space between them. There's 2 frets between, so I slide down and I go. And end with a G. Now how did I do that? That's coming down here, and you'll notice this is A sharp, B, C. So this is actually playing a C chord. You start back with a C, and then you move your ring finger to C sharp minor, and then you just keep moving down, B, A, until you get here, and then you fly all the way up to D, and then down to a G to end. That's my little ending I love to put on the end, and you can optionally do that if you would like to. So there you have it. That's the verse, the bridge, the fancy ending at the end. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, keep using that metronome and keep learning as much music theory as you can, because those things will help you immensely. I was able to pick this song up just through hearing it by ear from learning the tenths, and I encourage you to keep working on those tenths, go up and down the neck practicing them. Enjoy this song, and we'll see you next time.